Wiley Skepta, Can You Hear Me? I think there was JME on that track as well. Banging in the headphones on the tour bus in 2013 with Ash. Really big 2010s kind of UK party sound where I feel grime came more into the mainstream and it wasn't as underground. That's where that track sort of takes me. Next up, Everything Nice, Pop Cam, stopping all stations to Notting Hill on the tube with Ash. Pretty cool track, man. We really enjoyed that. I think Tom might be at home in Popcan's native country. Ash, take us to that track.
Popcorn?
Yep.
So recently we had a T20 World Cup in the West Indies.
Yep.
Amazing place. My first time in
22?
24.
Oh my God, they just keep coming, those ones.
Yeah. There's been heaps recently.
Yeah.
But this is very vivid memories of, months ago sort of thing. My first time to the Caribbean, amazing place. Hot, extremely relaxed. Everything moves slowly. A bit of a mecca for cricket if you sort of look back in the day, the West Indies being so big, and they're very passionate about their cricket. And a place where a lot of the guys who have toured there have had amazing times and memories. So I was buzzing to go there.
As in, it's a bit of an iconic spot for the Aussie boys.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely. Particularly Barbados, St. Lucia, where you can get out and about, have fun. A lot of the families were there. Like my wife and my son came, who was
How
only...
old was your son at the time? Would have been like 10 months?
9 months at the time.
Yeah.
Little man, long journey.
Yeah.
Long journey. There was a 16-hour leg in there at one stage. Hong Kong to New York. So
that's gross.
That's pretty hectic.
Just quickly, I want to rewind back to 2017. You have some Loyle Carner in here, and you were mentioning we were about to play Loyle Carner, and you and Tom were deliberating like, hold, we've got a story for this. We really got to wind into it. What's the go?
Loyle Carner. So I went to his first show in Perth in 2017, and I think it was his first album that was out at the time.
Was that at the Rosemount?
It was at the Rosemount. No, man.
Was it?
Were you there?
No, I've got the most embarrassing story to tell about this. So, my boys say we're going to go see Loyle Carner at the Rosemount. It's maybe, let's say it's a Wednesday night. I've got a game. I don't even know what night it was, but I couldn't drink because of a 6-day break or whatever it was. It was too close to the game. And I couldn't go out and publicly be carrying on. It would be a bad look, bad perception. So anyway, the boys are like, we're going to go to Loyle Carner, and I love Loyle Carner and was so keen to go, but I said, Matt, I just can't. I'm going to have to just take one for the team here. And anyway, me and my buddy Crackers, Fresh Cracks Legit.
Yeah, shout out Fresh Cracks Legit.
Who
Crackers.
We stayed around the fire at my house in Scarborough and freestyle rapped for like 3.5 hours.
How good.
And then the boys rolled back in from Loyle Carner and we were just like, oh, what have we done here?
And they absolutely loved it.
Yeah, they loved it. They said it was the best thing they've ever been to, and I didn't go and stayed up as late as I would have gone. It was just like, wow, Tom, that was a really bad decision from me. But evidently it was a fat time.
And you were at that show?
That was a misread, mate.
Yeah, it was a huge misread.
Huge misread.
The rhymes was so terrible too.
An amazing show. Like, he wasn't huge at the time,
Yep.
but he was big enough. And he was just very good. So he had like a loyal following. And intimate show at the Rosemount. First time I'd even been there. I went with Ashton Turner and another mate of mine, Dave Moody, who played for WA as well. And
I wouldn't take Ashton Turner for a rap head.
he loves Loyle Carner.
Really?
Yep. Loves
Great.
rap. Yep.
Great.
Yeah, he's got a diverse range of interests. He's good poker face though, you know. But anyway, and it hit me straight away. Like, he walked out on stage and dropped straight into the Isle of Arran, which is track 1 on that album. And he had us all in the palm of his hand straight away, mate. His energy was next level. The way that he moved on stage was so smooth. His voice,
Stop it, bro.
His voice was banging. Like, he's got that beautiful deep voice, but he's very clear, you know. Enunciation, that's what it is, isn't it? His enunciation was just magic. So we could all follow along really easily, and his music's so beautiful to move to, and it's got deep meaning for him And I was like, this guy is just a performer. And I remember watching him, and by the end of the show, I was like, God, I wish I could do that. You know, I wish I could just entertain people like that. And that hit me like a ton of bricks at that moment there. Like, I consider that one of the most pivotal moments in my career, let alone my life. Because I was like, I've had heaps of chances to do that. I get that every single time I get to play in front of way bigger crowds than he just played in front of. And that's sort of when I learned the difference between like thriving and surviving. And my God, like being willing to fail or like win big instead of losing small is just so much better. Like,
so that was the first time you saw yourself as an entertainer, as Loyle Carner, as I've actually got not just, a job and a survival and an income, like I've got a role and a responsibility to have a swing, pardon the pun.
Role and responsibility, like, and I've got the opportunity more so. Like, I've got this chance for a short period of time in my life where I can make someone feel something. I can potentially make someone feel how I just felt. And I felt amazing, like, watching that. And I wanted to do that. And I think back to all the people who I've idolized growing up. Like, they make me want to do what they do. You know, sportsmen, rappers, you know, whoever it may be. They make me feel something. I want to just go out and do it after I watch them perform. And I was like, that's how I want to play. I don't want to survive in this world. I don't want to just cling on to a comfortable little career and be safe. I want to get the most out of this, make people feel something. And honestly, that helped me a lot, because I think you go through moments in your career where you're worried about what other people think of you, and you get safe and you try and lose small, I reckon.
Definitely.
And that is the most dangerous place to be, I reckon, as a professional sportsman or anyone, because unfortunately, like, it's going to end, and I hate that thought, and I don't want to get to the end and think like, gee, I had a chance to like put my nuts on the line, like I said before. And that concert changed everything for me.
I truly love where you draw inspiration from. Like, you've drawn inspiration from Loyle Carner. You've drawn inspiration from your parents giving you a blue Barina without a fuel cap. Like, you really feel, and it fucking helps this podcast so much, because it's exactly what we're talking about.
Awesome.
It's like feeling something through music. Do you want to announce this track?
Yeah, this is The Isle of Arran by Loyle Carner.